Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? Just going to set up the container here. The space is sealed. Only those in resonance with true sovereignty and present time clarity are welcome here. No looping, no siphoning, no distortions. If you're meant to receive, stay. If not, keep moving. This is a clean signal, and I intend to keep it that way. And so while we're waiting for some people to pop on in, takes a few seconds. Let's start aligning the cards. Let's get everything set here. And so welcome to everybody. This is Monday. We're going to do some live card pulls. We're going to do some frequency keys and just a few words as people are joining. You know, I'm not here to entertain or over explain. I've been moving through some serious energetic shifts, cutting cords, reclaiming motion, and learning how to move only when the step is truly mine. If you felt stuck, pulled in too many different directions, unsure what's real versus what's familiar, the space is for you. Let's see what the field has to say for you today. And with that, let's put our comments into the chat window. There's a few things that I usually try to go over so that everybody understands the rules. The first rule is, during the lives, I run a clean boundary around looping energy. When somebody asks the same question over and over and over again, it tells me they're not present, and I won't read from that space. Not everybody gets a free reading because I am not a vending machine. I don't promise readings. I only read when there's resonance in the now moment. And for those who want a guaranteed reading, ask about my paid options. Otherwise, enjoy the vibe. No pressure, no looping, no begging. And let's see what questions everybody has today. So one question per person. I do ask that you hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons. Make sure you're following. Notifications are also good because this way you know when I go live. So who would like to be the first person to ask a question? And let's take a look at what's going on here today while I shuffle the decks. And I'm going to clear the decks out of all new energies here. And let's see who's going to be the first one to put a comment in. And we'll give everybody a few seconds while I clear the energy on all the decks, clear the decks. And let's see who's got a question today. And welcome to Monday. And so, Rose, I'm not sure I understand your question, alone or with strangers. Can you expand upon that? Once you expand upon it, then I can possibly answer that. And how you doing, Rose? So let me know what that question is actually about, and then I will be able to pull some cards on it, or at least comment. And so with that, let's see what we've got. We have nobody that wants a card at this point, and so let's go from there. All right, I'll pull while I'm waiting for some questions, I'll go ahead and pull a collective card for what Spirit wants to tell the collective at this now moment. Spirit, clear the energy on this deck. Give me what is needed for the collective in this now moment. All right, let's see what we get. And Spirit saying home needs TLC. So for anybody who is tuning in on here, when we see this card, what does that usually mean? It usually means there's a lot of stuck energy around your house. It's time to remodel, open windows. But if you're in the Northeast right now, there's a huge heat wave, so I probably wouldn't want to open the windows. I would sage the piss out of the place, and I would rearrange things, and I would also go to my Silver Fox Spiritual and go look at the clearing of stuck energy, healings, because most people will do it. And so Krista wants to know, will you receive a birthday gift from your ex Kuvaris? So the one thing I have to caution on Crystal is that, what happens is that when you're, you're here to ask if they'll come back. The real question is, do you really want more of what they gave you, right? Reconnection without healing is just repetition, and so you don't really want to be chasing that ghost. But I'll answer that question. Is Kuvaris going to give you? He says maybe in a week. Spirit says, but that's about the best Spirit's going to give you on that one. Question is, do you really want to chase that ghost? I mean, there's a reason why they're your ex. Um, So with that, let's see who else has a question. Please pop it into the chat window. And it's one question per person. I ask that you just don't put any looping questions in. And at the same time, make sure that you are liking, following, sharing, and subscribing. So she in her own lane wants to know, will you ever find your forever person, right? And so the way to find your forever person is going within yourself and finding out why that forever partner isn't here in this now, right? And it's always about you, it's not about the other person. And so, Spirit is saying for you, you're waiting for love to complete you, right? It's that Tobey Maguire movie, I think, or whatever. You complete me, right? No, you don't need somebody who needs to complete you, but you need to be whole and complete within yourself. So you need to find the love within yourself. You see how that little heart inside of the heart is? That's you. You need to fill in you. Once you fill in you, then your forever partner is going to come in, but this is going to take some work. This isn't something that's easy because you have to find what it is that you feel is empty in your life and you have to fill it in with your own self, not with anybody else, which means sitting with yourself and trying to find out what it is about yourself that you're not happy with. Right. And if you want to start that journey, Silver Fox Spiritual, I have a lot of stuff on self love and connecting to self. And that's what you need to do. You need to sit with self, stop distracting yourself by everything else, and actually learn to love yourself. And as you love yourself, guess what? That special person is coming in and it will come in, but it will take some time. And so Jason wants to know, do I see you signing papers this year to own your parents' home? Well, that's a choice, but Jason, right now, Spirit's saying it's not the right time. So, check back in another month or two, see if maybe something in your energy needs to change. There's some sort of doubt that's inside of your head. Until you clear that doubt out, that won't come to fruition. And Denisha, will William come back to you soon? And I'm going to give you the same advice I give to everybody here, right? And that's, you know, if you're asking if they'll come back, pause. The real question is, do you really want more of what they gave you? Reconnection without healing is just repetition. The space isn't for chasing ghosts. It's for calling in truth and letting go of what isn't love. Uh, so let's see what's going on with him. And are they gonna have a, and Spirit's saying the same thing. Stop chasing a ghost. You're chasing a ghost. Let it go because you're holding yourself back. So, Dancia, please do make sure you're liking, following, sharing, and subscribing. And Saint Michelle, will you travel the world? Well, that's a choice, Michelle. That's not a thing the cards are going to say. But I'll put in is Michelle gonna travel the world? All right. Spirit saying possibly, because you've got to choose to. You've got to make it a priority, and you've got to do all the things that are required to allow you to travel the world. And good morning to all you, Melina, Tweety Bird. So, Oni Girl wants to know, will you get into a new relationship? Well, let's see what's going on with why you're not in a relationship at this point. Spirit just tossed those two cards out at me. And Spirit saying for you, a lot of the problems are around fear of rejection. And because of that fear of rejection, what you're doing is you're giving everybody mixed signals because you don't want to fully commit one way or another. You kind of want to sit in the middle of the fence. And when you sit in the middle of the fence, you get hit by both sides, of the traffic. You get stuck in the middle. It's not a good place to be. You have to be very clear about what you want. What you have to do in order to find that love is to work on your fear of rejection. Now, I do have a lot of free healings on Silver Fox Spiritual on YouTube that are going to help you with that fear of rejection. Once you start to choose, because you got to choose to heal. If you don't choose to heal, then then you're just going to be stuck into the same karmic hamster wheel. In this place, I don't give a lot of fluffy answers. I'm not about fluff. I'm about helping you to find your way to heal yourself. And as you heal yourself, then the things that you want go in, but it's a choice. You can choose to be on the wheel, you can choose not to, right? And so uh, hopefully that will help you, because really I want you to see that same thing. And so, Melina, we're going to do the same thing for you. Let's see what's going on within your space. Spirit, clear the deck. And what's going on with Melina, right? And we in this channel we talk about what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. That's why I don't give a timeline for most people on when you're going to find somebody, because if you find somebody and you're not in the right energy, you're only going to push them away anyway. So it's no sense in getting to that place where that person is coming in and then you're not in the place to receive them. And for you, Melina, it's about demanding. You set impossible standards for people, and when you do set those impossible standards, what happens? They run away. And so you've got to stop with that, and you got to kind of lighten up your load and be more allowing. And this is called playing games, right? You don't need to play games to keep somebody in tow. What you need to do is you just need to have a list of things. For you, it's about healing yourself, because the reason you're demanding all these things is because you're truly, afraid of actually getting into a relationship. So you make it so hard that nobody's gonna be able to do it. It's kind of like those feats that they gave to Hercules that were impossible, but he did it. Well, you have to find the possible, and you actually have to go in and heal yourself and heal why it is that you're so afraid of that commitment. And then once you do that, then love will come in. But you have to work on self first, Melina, and that's a choice, like I said. Um, and Sammy Ray, I'm going to tell you the same thing I've said to everybody else. If you're here to asking if they'll come back, the question is really, do you want more of what they gave you, right? Because unless they've changed or you've changed, then what's the point, right? What is the point? Why are you looping? Looping is what Spirit is telling me. So let's see what you need to work on as well, because we're not going to care about Gareth. Nobody cares about him, not even you. You're saying it in your message here. Realistically, you're seeking perfection, and you're never going to find it until you find the love within yourself. Everything has flaws. You have to accept the flaws, even the flaws within yourself. So that's where you need to start working on yourself. Don't worry about Gareth. If he's meant to come back, he will. I'm not seeing it at this point. I think you're chasing a ghost. And Mina Shah, let's see what we have for you today. And you're welcome, Melina. Like I say, this channel, this is, kind of, it's a field that doesn't sedate. It wakes you up. If you came to feel better, not get better, this is not the right channel. For here, we want people to get better. We want to heal. That's the whole point of this. It's healing yourself. It's not about, placating yourself or telling yourself a false story that never comes true. And then you're going to be sitting here in a loop waiting. But, oh, the card reader told me I was going to meet my love. No, you're not going to meet that person until you're actually finding the love within yourself. That's the cold, hard reality, unfortunately. And so for you, Mina, Spirit's saying it's time for you to start connecting to yourself. You keep on coming around surface, but it's time for you to get down and deep and start meditating. Stop asking what the cards need to say for you. What you need to do is you need to connect to yourself and get that answer from yourself. And Spirit, your higher self is screaming at me right now. She's got to start learning, start connecting, and but that's a choice you have to make. I can't make that for you. And thank you, Swish Bish. So let's see what we have here. Tan, does Spirit have anything for you? Let's take a look. And while we're doing that, I'm just going to repeat it, right? For those people who haven't been here before, right? During the lives, I run a huge boundary around looping energies. When somebody asks the same question over and over again, live after live, or even in the same live, it tells me they're not present, and I don't read from that space. So not everybody gets a free reading, because I am not a vending machine. I don't promise readings. I only read when the resonance is in the now moment. And if you want a guaranteed reading, ask about my paid options. Otherwise, enjoy the vibe. No pressure, no begging, no loops. Let's only work on the truth. And so for you, Tan, Spirit's saying it's time for you to see the beauty in everything. And it may be a little bit tough because right now you're holding something back that you want to speak up. And Spirit's saying it's time for you to get that lump out of your throat and start to speak your truth. Whether people agree with it or not, it's not the issue. It's time for you to be who you truly are and to really say what you want to say, not what you think everybody else should say. So hopefully that makes sense to you. A throat chakra healing would be absolutely wonderful for you. You will find that at my YouTube channel, Silver Fox Spiritual, and hopefully that will help you out. And Mesha, is Kim, is Kay still want to be with me? Stop chasing a ghost. Stop. Stop. Stop is what Spirit's saying. And Spirit's saying, indeed, you're chasing a ghost. And let's see who else we have here. My name is Sam. Does Spirit have anything for you? Well, let's take a look at you for you, Sam. So hang on a second here. And Sam, for you, Spirit saying it's time for you to create a routine and a ritual. So this is double confirmation for you. That's time for you to start going within and start to heal yourself. And it's time for you to stop kind of dancing around it. Create the routine, create the ritual, start connecting to self. Find a way, whether it's 5 minutes, 15 minutes, or an hour, but you need to do this daily. And as you connect to self daily, there's a lot of information that's ready to come in. So hopefully that helps you. And just remember to please like, follow, share, and subscribe to my channel if you've gotten a card. And it's good to put your notifications on as well, because if your notifications are on, then you know when I go live. So, well, that's a run-on sentence here. And I'm just going to ask a yes or no question on that. Will she get the business money? And Spirit's saying, yeah, you're going to get it. And how are you, Mystic Sandy? And may you have a card, Jade? Yes, you may. And for you, Spirit's saying overcoming obstacles. And what are those obstacles that you have to overcome is to stop being a people pleaser. That's for you, Jade. You're people pleasing everybody. You're giving everybody everything that they believe you should give them, but you're not giving to yourself. Give less Fs. The less Fs you give, the better you are. Get over that obstacle. Allow you to be good to you, not everybody else. And Mama Bear, let's see what we have. And just remember, everybody, please make sure you are liking, following, sharing, and subscribing. And Mama Bear, for you, it's shadow work time. You can't avoid it any further. Spirit is saying the more that you avoid it, the more the shadow work is going to come and kind of nip you in the butt. So it's time for you to go visit my site. Start with inner child work. You need to really, really get in and deep, and you need to start facing yourself, because if you don't, you're just going to be on that hamster wheel of karma over and over again, more and more lifetimes. Is that where you want to be? Healing's a choice, though. You can choose. Heal and feel, get off the hamster wheel, or just ignore and just allow things to go on as they are. So that was for you, Mama Bear. And Janita Lewis, are you going to change jobs? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to look at what the energies are within jobs for you, Janita, because changing jobs is a choice. Spirit, what are the energies? And Spirit says you have the fifth chakra and the angel of strength. And what are those two doing together? Spirit says that if you speak up and actually speak your truth. And what is speaking your truth, right? It's stop holding back about what you want to say and actually say it. You'll have the strength to do that. And when you do have the strength to do it, then yeah, you have the strength to change a job. But you have to work on your throat chakra first. So go to my Silver Fox Spiritual and look at throat chakra healings. And hopefully that will help you. And over at 263. Let's see what we have for you. Let's get this deck here. Spirit, please clear the deck. And for you, sixth chakra, Archangel Metatron, that's your third eye. What does that mean? It means that you're clouded in a lot of illusion right now over it. You need to clear out your third eye. You need to get out of that illusion. And so go heal your third eye. I have a lot of third eye healings over at Silver Fox Spiritual, on YouTube. Make sure you're visiting that site. And Tammy McCoy Brown says, is MW really love you? Well, Tammy, that's fear that's speaking right now. And let's take a look at what's going on within you, because we don't really care about MW, because that's fear, right? And why are you afraid of, if you're in a relationship with this person, right? Why do you need anybody to validate, especially cards? Because you should know this. But let's see what's going on. And wow, Spirit just threw me out a whole bunch of issues here, right? You got a lot of past trauma. There's a lot of indecision. You're seeking perfection. You're stuck in the past. And so for you, you need to heal you need to heal you. See all this stuff here? This is a mess. And this is you. This is your energy right now. Why you're asking, why you're questioning. You need to go here as fast as possible. YouTube, Silver Fox Spiritual. Start healing yourself. Start with past trauma. Start with rejection, and start with heart healings. The two of those, abandonment, rejection, and heart healing, or three actually, are what you need, and you need it now. So make sure you go over there. It is for free. If you find that it helps you, then perhaps look at getting a booking for personal healing. But if you keep with that fear, the fear is only gonna destroy you and your relationship. And so Lexi, the thing I don't allow in my site is people who are asking the same question over and over again. It's telling me you're not present at this moment. We need people who are present. So not today. I don't read for everybody because, like I said, I'm going to rerun this again. During my lives, I run a really clean boundary around looping and desperate energy. When somebody asks the same question over and over, tells me they're not present, and I don't read from that space. You can come back another day. That'd be fine, but your energy is too convoluted at this point to read. And so, Migdalia, how are you today? And how are you, Sam Bam? And let's see who else we have here. So, and then like I say, if anybody wants a guaranteed reading, do ask about my paid options. Otherwise, I just ask you to enjoy the vibe. No pressure, no begging, no looping questions, because those generally just don't help, and it actually ruins the UI here, because then I'm not able to see everybody else's question. And so Leah wants to know, will your friendship with Angelina turn into something more? So let's take a look at the energies within that space. Let me get a card on that. So we're going to ask the romance fairies what they feel on the energies with you and Angelina. Spirit. All right, so Spirit's saying that you could have a potential with this person. However, one of you needs to get, you're wearing a mask right now. You're not really truly being yourself, and your heart's not open. Spirit's saying for you, you got to work on opening your heart. And if you two both open up your heart a little bit more and do some healing, then there's a potential for that to be a life partner, but not unless one of you two does the healing. You probably both need it. I would go visit my Silver Fox Spiritual healing site, and it's on YouTube, and start working on self. And as you do, then you may have some possibilities there. And let's see who else we have here. And so we got some more looping energy. We're just gonna uh, close that out. I've said my piece around that. So Shan, um, I don't do any mediumship, so there's nothing I can do to help you with that one. Um, if you believe he is, he is. And let's see what we have here. So, busy we, if you express your feelings. So, Mama Banano, you're always best to express your feelings because what you're feeling is fear, right? And fear is not something that's going to be helpful to you. What you have to do is just find a way to express your feelings in a positive way. And if he rejects you, well, then it gets you out of being stuck in a loop. Because you see all these people that are coming on here and they're in a loop. Will this person come back to me? Will this person come back to me? And what is it? It's basically a loop, right? They're chasing ghosts because their rejection was so bad that they're holding on to something that already left. And as you hold on to things that already left, then you're stuck and you just repeat it over and over again until you're ready to release. And you got to find out why it is that you don't want to release that connection. I mean, that's the cold hard truth. It's not easy. I'm not saying it is, but you have to learn to let go of that. And it may take some people years to do it, may take some people days. It really depends on where you are, but you have to let go. And and if you're worried about whether they want to, express your feelings because otherwise you're gonna sit there in the regret that you didn't. So I don't want to pull a card because you need to find that out for yourself, not through a card. It's not meant for that. And let me. So I'm still seeing some looping energies, and I'm just going to mute the looping energies for now because I don't read from that kind of energy. And for the better, yes, you may have a card. And while I get the card for the better, I'm just going to uh, rerun this boundary again. During lives, I run a clean boundary around looping energy. And when somebody asks the same question over and over again, I don't read from that space. Not everybody gets a free reading. And, I don't promise readings. I only read when there's resonance in a now moment. If you want a guaranteed reading, ask about my paid options. Otherwise, enjoy the vibe. No pressure, no begging, no loops. And for the batter, let's see what we have for you. And for the better, for you, it's time to open up your heart. Spirit's saying, be guided by your heart. Let go of logic and rationality. Get out of your mind and into your heart. Start opening that heart. A good heart healing would help for you, a heart chakra healing, and that is available for free at my YouTube site, Silver Fox Spiritual. Make sure you go visit there. I've got about 100 heart healings, and I hope that helps you. And Sally J wants to know, is she going to be okay? Well, let's find out what's going on with you, Sally. I'm going to need a different deck for this. Let's see which deck I want for this one. Bear with me while I find that deck. Where did we go? It's not the deck. It's not the deck. That deck is hiding from me. Here we go. I got it. Got a lot of decks to choose from here. So Sally Joe, let's see what's going on with you. So Sally J, somebody's kind of looping around a person. I'm feeling that it's you, and you're looking that person up. You're overthinking. You're stressed. You're analyzing. Spirit saying, let it go. Let it all go. You're holding on to stuff that you're holding on to a ghost. Get away from the ghost. Work on yourself. Work on why you feel that you are so locked into this, whatever it is that you're locked into and you're looping. For you, it's time to release a lot of stuck energy. I have a great healing I did about maybe a month ago. It's about letting go. make sure you go visit that over at Silver Fox Spiritual. I hope that helps you. And Jennifer, when will things get better financially for you? It's when you start believing that you're worthy of it. Let's see what's going on within your energy. Jennifer, you got to believe that you're worth what it is. And right now, you don't believe. And so you have to find that love within yourself. You have to start connecting to self. You have to start meditating. You have to allow love to come in. And for you, you need to find your passion. Until you find your passion for life again, then your finances are going to suffer the same thing that you suffer internally. And you that's the problem with a lot of us, right? And a lot of us are having this issue because, the world outside is moving into a very low vibration. And while it's moving there, it makes it harder and harder to manifest things, especially when we're feeling the pressure from the outside world. Ignore the outside world, connect to self. You'll find that your abundance will come in. And so, Rose, I'll get to that in a second. And will it be okay, Aurora, with your healing, uh, your art and healing work? Well, you'll figure out how to do it once you start having faith in yourself, Aurora. Let's see what we have in your energy. Spirit, clear the deck. Clear the energy. All right, thank you. For you, door to value is there. You just have to choose to open the door. You see how the door is halfway closed here? For you, Aurora, it's time for you to just choose that door to value is there for you, right? And that's a choice. You have to choose, and you have to feel that you're worth that door to value, and that's the harder thing. So make sure you're working within self, connecting to self, and allowing yourself to feel that you are worthy of that. I hope that helps you. And Rose Gowans, do I believe in manifestation? Yes, I do. And manifestation, unlike what most people think it's through conscious choice. It's actually not. 99.9999% of your manifestation is done through your subconscious mind. Problem is, most people don't and aren't aware of their subconscious mind. And the only way to get control of it and to start connecting to it is connecting to self. It's not through external, it's not through any means outside of going in, meditating, and connecting to yourself. And as you connect to yourself, you get more control over what your manifestations are. Otherwise, you're dealing with collective manifestations or you're dealing with subconscious manifestations. And your subconscious, 9 out of 10 times, is doing something outside of what you truly want. That's the cold, hard truth. You can align with it or not, but that's kind of how it works. So I hope that helps everybody. And so with that, please do make sure you are liking, following, sharing, and subscribing. And if anybody, and and you're welcome, Sam Bam. This is a space of truth and authenticity, even if it's not something that's popular. The spiritual community gets a lot of it wrong because they're too busy with love and light monikers and being very surface than actually digging deeper into seeing how things are working. Um, but this is not the space for that. This is a space for people who really want to go in. And if anybody, kind of feels that alignment, I do private readings. You can schedule a private reading at www.wherefoxfire.com or send me a note at silverfoxspiritual@gmail.com. The Where Foxfire.com has, all the price lists and everything that I offer. The only thing I have that's available for booking right now is a full reading. Those are booked through Zoom, and so you can actually go to the site and schedule it at any time. They do run $60. And and thank you, Sam Bam. I appreciate that. And so, for those who are interested in what I do offer, I have readings everywhere from, $10 up to 60. $60 read is a 30 to 35-minute Zoom, so you can ask a lot of questions, and we can spin on a dime. And when we get the cards, you can ask more questions on it. And then at the end, we reserve about 5 to 7 minutes for a light language healing. That's going to help move whatever energy needs to move. uh, during that we discovered during the read, and so it's more powerful than just a straight read because I'm a healing channel more than I am a reading channel, and the idea is to get you to a point where you start healing yourself, you start connecting to yourself, and you start moving away some of the blocks that are keeping you from your abundance. Reading's great because it shows you what's going on in your energy, but and then that's what I do. I only look at energy. I don't look at stories. If you ever follow my reads, it's always about energies, not stories, because stories do you no good. They just get you in a lower vibration. Energy shows you what's moving around you, in an energetic fashion, pulling you down or moving you forward, or what's available for you forward. And then we try to figure out how do we get to what's over here, the part that you want forward. And Sam Bam, are you on the right path with your marriage? Well, let's take a look at what's going on within the energies of you and your person. And most of the marriages where they really run into a space is that everybody talks over everybody else, and they don't really actually listen or pivot, and then they react and they don't respond. It was a problem of mine when I had it. It was, both of us were not healed at the time, and so. And quite frankly, nobody's ever 100% healed. Otherwise, we'd be out of here. So what's going on, Spirit? Clear the deck. What's going on with Sam Bam's marriage? Spirit's saying there's some bad memories, and somebody's dwelling on it. Does that resonate with you, Sam Bam? Because that's what's kind of clouding it. I'm going to get one more card for you. Let's see, anything else? Yeah, and you have to get past that dwelling. Yeah, and Spirit's saying that this is, yeah, you're pretending. You're wearing a mask. You're not really speaking what you really want to speak within that space. And so you're in that space of just kind of being there, but not really being there. And you have to take that mask off and actually find a way to speak whatever it is that you need to speak. And that's kind of where your energies are at that point. We can dig deeper if you're looking for a bigger reading, but that's what the cards are showing you. And Brimstar 25. Let's see what we have for you. Will you and Elizabeth fix your relationship? Well, you have to choose to. And thank you, Sam Bam. Will Elizabeth and I, let's see, Spirit, please clear the deck. Let's clear that energy. And there's a huge emotional storm going on with the two of you. And I'm just going to ask one more question with Spirit. What's going on here? I'm only going to work on you, Kevin. What's the problem? Problem with you is that you're making this person wait, right? You're procrastinating on a lot of things, and this is creating a huge turmoil. You have to solve this procrastination. Why are you not wanting to take action? Why are you not wanting to do anything? And if you solve that, then there's a potential for this, but you have to choose. You have to choose to heal yourself. You can't just wait for it to happen automatically. It doesn't. It's a choice. So I hope that helps you, Kevin. The choice is yours. You now have to choose. Do you want to heal, or do you want to keep going around the hamster wheel? There's no other options that you have. And so with that, please do like, follow, share, and subscribe. And welcome to anybody else that is new here. And so just going to give you a few things here, right, with the boundaries and stuff. This space is clean. I broadcast from presence, not performance, right? I'm not here to perform, only those meant to hear me can. My field is not open for feeding, scanning, or mimicry. No desperation enters, no confusion sticks. I speak, and what needs to land does, all else slides off, right? And, during the lives, I run a really clean boundary around looping energies. Whenever I see somebody looping the same question over and over again, either on multiple lives or on the same live, then generally I don't read from them because not everybody gets a free reading. If you want a guaranteed reading, always ask about my paid options. Otherwise, enjoy the vibe. No pressure, no begging, no loops. Let's see what questions come up. And so with that, let's see if anybody else has anything that they wanted to go ahead and ask. Otherwise, I'm going to put up I don't know if you've noticed the shirt that I'm wearing here. I'm going to put up a quick picture, right? And let me go. Sorry, that's not the picture. I'll put up a quick picture here for everybody to take a look at here. So if you've seen the shirt that I'm wearing, this is the shirt that I do sell these. They're $29.95, and why would you want to pay $29.95 other than it's a super cool t-shirt? This is the front and back, by the way. There's not two separate shirts, it's one shirt. And the reason that you do is because this is an energy imprinted apparel. And what is energy imprinted apparel, right? A lot of people sell a lot of spiritual stuff where they imprint some energy on it. But the thing is, you don't want anybody else's imprinted energy. You only want your own, because without that, if it's their energy, then you're creating an entanglement, which you don't want, and a soul contract, which you also don't want. What you want to do is you want to imprint your own energy. And so what this shirt does is it comes with a activation. You get a card. It's a little sheet of paper, and it with a QR code takes you to a video, and the video is going to move you step by step into setting a proper intention, because it's going to marry an intention. So, if you've got, like, say, an intention to quit smoking or heal your heart or to open up more or connect to self more or protection from, evil spirits, whatever it is, you set that intention, and then you go to the activation, and it imprints your shirt with your energy with that intention. So as you wear it, you're always having that intention follow you. And as you get stronger spiritually, also your intention gets stronger because it amplifies your own energy, not mine. And that's why it's an amazing, amazing shirt. And not only that, but it's only $29.95 plus shipping. And shipping in the United States around $15 or less. And if this is less than one of my light language healings, but ultimately more powerful because it's your own energy. So if you're interested, reach out. You can send me an email at silverfoxspiritual@gmail.com. There are other colors available, but they will take a little bit more lead time and possibly a little bit more money, depending upon where it ships to. And the black ones I do have in stock. So have a great day with that. Let me know if you're interested. Just send a note to silverfoxspiritual@gmail.com or go to www.wherefoxfire.com, and you'll be able to see the shirts and everything. And so with that, good morning, Maina. How are you today? And good morning, Susie. How are you? And Ron, will you get a job offer soon? Well, let's see what the timing looks like. Let's see what the energies are. And just remember that the energies, Ron, are something that are fluid. So I'm only going to be able to read what the energies say in this now moment, and that can change at every decision, every choice that you make. So with that, let's see. So Spirit saying starting today, the energies are starting to look good for you. So make sure you're applying today. Make sure that you're, looking for those jobs, because it is looking good for you for this week. And Maina, how are you doing? Susie, did you want a card? Let's see if we can get you a card, Susie. All right, Susie, let's see what we have for you. For you, Susie, you really got to start seeing the beauty in everything in this world, and you got to focus on that beauty right now. Spirit's saying you're not really focusing on it, and you got to find that positivity, because that's really going to help you get out of wherever you're at this moment. And let's see what we have for you as well, Maina. Spirit, clear the deck, please. Clear the energy. And for you, Maina, Spirit saying two things, right? You've got a lot of old energies that you're holding on to, and it's time for you to declutter it. And you're also getting this receive, right? And why are you getting this with the declutter? You notice the box. The box has got a bow on it. It's all wrapped up, everything in there, and that's all those stuck energies, they're all locked in, just like you're locked in here. And it's time for you to start kind of releasing all of those stuck energies. I have about 4 or 5 minimum healings on releasing stuck energies over at my YouTube channel, Silver Fox Spiritual. Make sure you go over there and start listening to those healings and activations, because you've got to start letting go. Because if you don't start letting go, then you're going to block yourself in receiving. And James Jackson, can I pull a card from you? Yes, I can. Yes, Susie, it's time for you to really get down and dirty and start choosing to heal, because otherwise you're just going to be in that, you're going to be stuck sitting in that loop, and the only way is for you to choose yourself. And once you choose yourself and once you're ready, then it's time for you to start releasing all those things that are holding you back. James Jackson, clear the deck, Spirit. And clear the deck. James Jackson, what do we have for James today? All right, James, for you, Spirit's saying time for you to clear your energy. And why? Because right now you're doubting everything. You're full of doubts. You're doubting yourself. And Spirit's saying it's time for you to stop doubting yourself and really speak what you want to speak, and stop worrying about what people are going to think about when you start speaking up about what you really want within yourself. You need to clear your energy. I've got plenty of healings at Silver Fox Spiritual. Go to my YouTube channel, start listening to a lot of the really stuck energy, and also a throat chakra healing. And Bonnie, will Rusty respond to your message today? Let's see. See if I can find my deck of cards for that. I just hid him under a stack of other cards. There we go. And so Spirit's saying that it's really uncertain. When we see nope and for sure both together, that means the energies are very uncertain. The person is flipping and flopping back on that one. They're not sure about how they're going to respond. So at this point, I wouldn't expect it. If it happens, it happens. But the person's is not sure within themselves. So let's see who else we have here. And Kieran is asking for a card. Yeah, let's see what we have for you, Kieran. And just remember, everybody, just ask your question once. Any more than that, then I will not answer. Let's see, Kieran. Let's. And so for you, it's angel strength. Whatever you're going through right now, Kieran, Spirit's saying that you have the strength to get through it. You just need to believe in yourself a little bit more. And Desi wants to know, are you and M done or forever? And I'm going to repeat this for a lot of people who are just coming in, right? If you're asking if they'll come back, pause. The real question is, do you actually want more of what they gave you? Reconnection without healing is just repetition. I don't really do a lot with chasing ghosts, right? And it's you know it's for calling in truth and letting go what isn't love. You know, and that's the real problem. Most of you guys are attaching yourself to something that truly isn't love. You feel it in your stomach. That's anxiety. Anxiety is not love. That's fear. You're addicted to the adrenaline rush. You're not actually in love with anybody. And that's really the problem. And you're welcome, Kieran. Yeah, so you're just looping here, not listening. That's okay. We'll just get you out of here. Um, so, Crystal, is it over between you and Vincent for good? And again, you got to let go. You can't be in that space of um, you can't be in that space of where you are chasing after these ghosts. You have to let go. If they're meant to come back, they will. But holding on to that energy and pushing it forward, that's a whole different story. You're creating your own loop, and you really want to create that loop. Let it go, let it heal yourself, and heal yourself for what it is that you're missing, right? Because you're not in that relationship. Why are you not in there? Because you two weren't a frequency match. And let's see what's going on with you, as far as why. A kombucha king, I don't do any pregnancy. That's not for me uh, to answer. That's for you to find out when it's meant to be. Um, so for you, problem is that you're so worried about rejection that you're giving all sorts of mixed signals, and then you create this untrue story about how bad things are going to happen, and you create this loop, and you're looping and you're looping and you're looping and you're looping and you're looping, right? And this is for Crystal, right? You need to fix you. When you fix you, then maybe whatever's meant for you will come in. Maybe it's that person, maybe it's a different person, but you can't fix that other person. You have to fix you. Your person's responsible for them, you're responsible for you. And for you, you're creating your own nightmare, and we all do, right? Because you keep on telling yourself that you're not lovable, you get rejected, you give out mixed signals because you're so afraid of actually getting into a commitment because you have abandonment and rejection issues. And so then you create these untrue stories that keep on creating this big hamster wheel of loop over and over and over and over again. Now, choose to heal, choose to feel, choose to get off the hamster wheel, right? And that's a choice. It's not going to happen automatically until you actually choose yourself. And when you're ready to choose yourself, you go to my Silver Fox Spiritual on YouTube, and that's where you can start your path if you choose to. If you choose not to, that's fine too, but it's a choice. It's not something that's going to happen automatically. So I hope that helps you. And so with that, please do like, follow, share, and subscribe. And let's see, does anybody else have any other questions? It's getting on 50 minutes here. Usually I do about an hour. So, make sure that you are making a note, turning on your notifications so that you know when I do go live again. And if any of this hit any of you guys personally, where you feel called a little bit deeper for a deeper introspection, one card's not going to give you a lot. I do private readings. You can find me at silverfoxspiritual@gmail.com, or go to my new website, www.wearfoxfire.com, where you're able to book a full reading. Full readings do run $60, and they're through Zoom. So sure, Bren, what's your question? Just pop it in the, and thank you for asking. So we'll just wait for Bren to give us what he's looking for, and we'll see if we can answer that question. And for the rest of you, just remember, to make sure you are following. And let's take a look at that, Bren, in a few seconds here. Just make sure you're following silverfoxspiritual at gmail.com. And at the same time, I also am on Instagram, and I am on YouTube as well. YouTube, I have two channels. One of them is Silver Fox Spiritual. The other is Readings by Silver Fox. Every once in a while, I get squonked by TikTok because some of these agencies, they're very ruthless, and they keep on trying to sign me up, and I'm really just not interested. The reason I'm not interested is I just like being on my own. I don't need to be on one of these agencies. I just enjoy being independent, and then they start reporting me, and then I get suspended. So I'll usually go on live on YouTube when that happens. So Bren, let's see what's going on here. Spirit, clear the deck. What's the energies of that job Bren's applying for today? So Bren, Spirit's saying that you have the power to create the opportunity, but you've got to believe that you can create that opportunity. You got to release all doubts and just believe that this job is going to you're going to create this job opportunity for yourself. So if you believe, it will happen, but you got to believe. You truly got to believe. So I hope that helps you, Bren. And with that, I'm going to call last call, probably answer two more questions. If anybody else has a question at this time, please make sure that you are popping the comments into the window. Otherwise, I am going to start my closings for everybody here. So give you a couple seconds here for people while I'm doing my closing. Please do make sure you are liking, following, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. Um, I do have an Instagram channel. I have two YouTube channels. One is Silver Fox Spiritual. Hi, Breezy, which is my healing channel. This is the main channel I started about 5, 6 years ago that focuses on healing because we're a healing space here. This is not about people who are just looking for a card and running away. This is for people who are really, truly in resonance of trying to work on themselves and try to be better connected to selves. This is what this channel is for. The cards are a way to help you understand what it is that you need to do in the now moment to help you help yourself, right? Nobody's going to help you but you. You just have to choose you. And Katie, yes, you can have a card. And let's see what we have here. Spirit, what do we have for Katie today? Oh, you're telling me a different deck. Hold on. Different deck. Spirit, clear the deck. All right. A few cards came out here. So we have everything is cyclical and every ending holds infinite possibilities. Spirit saying it's time for you to choose differently. Stay alert, see swiftly, because there's going to be an opportunity that's coming through, and you've seen this opportunity before, but you've not made the choice that was aligned with you in that now moment. And walk alone, see anew. And Spirit saying it's time for you to choose for you, not for anybody else. But make sure you're not getting stuck in that hamster wheel. And that's what cyclical is telling you. You know, you get a lot of the opportunities, whether it's the same opportunity with a different name on it, or a different place, or the same person. Over and over again, but they're asking you to choose a little bit differently this time. It's going to come up on you very suddenly, and make sure that you are the one that's making the choice and nobody else. I hope that makes sense to you. And so with that, last call on anybody who does want a card, because I will be closing this live out in a few minutes. And so just make sure everybody is liking, following, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. Make sure you're visiting my YouTube channel. That's the healing channel. I have two channels there. One is Silver Fox Spiritual, and the other one is readings by Silver Fox Spiritual. A lot of times, if these lives go over an hour, I'll generally post them on YouTube because you can't post more than an hour on TikTok. TikTok, I'll do the highlights. So for you, user, please pull a card for me. I don't know why, but I pulled the relationships deck, what's blocking you in love. And so let's see what that is coming up with. That's what Spirit wants. And Spirit's saying, two things going on with you. One is obsessed with somebody or struggling with addiction, one of the two here. And then use being busy as an excuse not to date. Why? Because you're still stuck on somebody else. And Spirit saying it's time for you to let this go. I hope this makes sense to you, user 492, whatever. There's a whole too many numbers for me to say. And so with that, please make sure you are liking, following, sharing, and subscribing. And anybody else who has a question, please do make sure you're asking it now before I close out for the day. And Miranda Bourne would like a card. Yeah, sure. Let's get you a card. Let's see which one you're going to get. I have to feel into these cards sometimes. Spirit, clear the deck. And so for you, Miranda Bourne, somebody around you is a spiritual hater. They're hating on your spirituality. You probably know who it is, but that's all the cards given me for today. And Michaela that's my daughter's actual middle name. It's a beautiful name. Does Shaban still think about you? And I'm going to give you what I tell everybody else. Stop chasing a ghost. If Shaban thought about you, wouldn't Siobhan be calling you or contacting you? You're chasing a ghost. You need to work on yourself. You need to connect to self. Let's see what's going on with why you're holding on to the stuck energy from this person who hasn't shown up for your life. And they would show up if they were thinking about you. And so you have to get out of that dissonance within self. And Spirit's saying for you, uh, you feel too old or too young to date and have issues with your partner's age. That's kind of what Spirit's saying. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. But you have to work on you. You can't work on anybody but you. And I hope that helps. And with that, please do make sure you are liking, following, sharing, and subscribing. Yeah, like I say, if you want to go deeper, if you want to actually start healing that stuff, please do reach out at silverfoxspiritual@gmail.com. I do private readings, and I also do private healings. Any one of those can help you at this now moment. And Sandy, again, chasing ghosts. Why are you chasing a ghost? If Jorge wants to reach out, he will. That's I'll lay odds the cards are going to say no, but let's see what they say. You know, a lot of you, and I've got yep and end it now, which means most likely not, because this person is flip-flopping whether they want to actually do it. And Spirit's saying for you to let go of that energy, because what you're doing is you're holding on to something that's not stable. And so with that, I do want to thank everybody for coming today. Please make sure you are liking, following, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. If you're looking to go a little bit deeper, right? You know, if you're ready to really go on your healing journey, and you're ready to choose to heal for yourself, not for anybody else, right? Reach out at silverfoxspiritual@gmail.com, or you can schedule a full reading at www.wearfirefox.com. If you go to the wearfirefox.com website, you'll actually see a list of services as well. So that's a new website I just put together. And so with that, if anybody still has a question, please put it in now, because I will be closing out in a few minutes here. Usually I try to stay under an hour, and I've gone over an hour already. So let's see what's going on here. All right, so I'm going to count to about 5, and if I don't have another question, then we're just going to end it. And I might come on a little bit later, I might not. I'm never sure when I'm going to come on, but when I get called, I do. And I'm probably going to release a new healing on my light language channel. So with that, and how are you doing, Lydia? Did you want a card before I jump off? Let me know. And Saturn royalty, if G is comparing you to a unicorn, then I would just take it as such, and just allow for that to happen. That's not worthy of a card pull. And so everybody wants to be a unicorn. And so for you, Lydia, I'm not seeing it. I'm seeing bad karma and haunted. This is a person with a lot of trauma. You've had a lot of trauma between the two of you. I would work on setting an intention to heal that trauma, heal it between yourself and that person. And that was for you, Lydia. So you got some healing to do. And Elaine, is he the one? Well, you should know it more than I should. I'll pull the energies on it for you, Elaine. There it is. I don't feel like it. I feel like something else is going to be reaching out to you, Elaine. And Cynthia, we'll get you a card, and then I'm calling it a day for today. Oh, that one fell right to the ground. And when that happens, it means it's happening in this now moment. So for you, there's a lot of financial issues and dodging bullets. There's a lot of negativity around you. Spirit's saying it's time for you to clear that up. It's time for you to connect to self, start connecting to the frequency of love, start connecting to yourself, because right now there's a lot of chaos around you and it's time to clear that chaos out. But you have to choose. And that's for you, Clivet. And with that, have a wonderful day. I'd like to thank everybody. Please make sure you are liking, following, sharing, and subscribing. If you are looking for your own personal reading, please do reach out at silverfoxspiritual or at gmail.com, or go to www.wherefirefox.com, like it's spelled on the screen here. That'll have my services listed. And visit my YouTube channel, Silver Fox Spiritual at Gmail, or Silver Fox Spiritual on YouTube. That's going to have all my healing videos. I've got well over 500, and so I'm going to probably release another one today. With that, thank everybody for coming by, and we'll see you again next time. Have a great day.